May God be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. Six days later, Jesus took Peter, James, and John up on the mountain to be alone with them. And before their eyes, Jesus was transfigured, his face becoming as dazzling as the sun, and his clothes as radiant as light. Suddenly, Moses and Elijah appeared to them, conversing with Jesus. Then Peter said, "Rabbi, how good that we are here. With your permission, I will erect 3 shelters here, one for you, one for Moses, and one for Elijah." Peter was still speaking when suddenly a bright cloud overshadowed them, and out of the cloud came a voice that said, "You are my beloved one, with whom I am well pleased." And when they heard this, the disciples fell forward on the ground, overcome with fear. Jesus came toward them and touched them, saying, "Get up, do not be afraid." And when they looked up, they did not see anyone but Jesus. And as they were coming down the mountainside, Jesus commanded them, "Do not tell anyone about this until the chosen one has risen from the dead." The good news of salvation. Oh, Jesus Christ. Have you ever got a song stuck in your head? You get a song and it just kind of keeps repeating itself over and over. So I was thinking about the various songs that I've had stuck in my head. I want to share some of them with you, but I got to warn you, I don't sing. And I got to warn you that these songs might reflect more about my age than anything else. They tend to be a little bit older, but see if this ever got stuck in your head. Are you ready? If you know it, you got to help. Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. See what I'm saying? We got that part stuck in our head, but not so much more. How about this one? I think it was Bette Midler's song. Some say love, it is a river that drowns the tender reed. Some say love, I don't hear you. Is it flower or something like that? It's something. Love is something. But you get the idea, right? I mean, that song, when that came out, boy, that got stuck in my head a lot, and I was just singing that all the time. And yesterday was another song. How about this one? I guess you there, what then make me feel this way? My boy, my girl, talking about my girl, right? That song got stuck in your head too, right? Here's one that I know got stuck in your head. I love you, you love me, we're one happy family with a great big hug and a kiss from me to you. Won't you say you love me too? Right? Right? Who hadn't got that song stuck? In fact, that one got stuck in my head so much that I couldn't wait to purge it, right? And I hope I didn't recreate bad memories for you, but that song, boy, that song really got stuck in everyone's consciousness, right? We were singing it, and my nieces and nephews, it was ongoing and ongoing. Well, this idea of getting a song stuck in your head, right? When it gets stuck in your head, it gets repeated over and over and over, right? That's the idea of getting a song stuck in your head. You repeat it over and over and over. And I want to say that it's not a new concept. It's not a new idea. And in fact, I think something like this happens at the Transfiguration. Jesus on top of the mountain. I think he's given the lyrics to the song that he got stuck in his head. The song that Jesus got stuck in his head. The song and the lyrics are this: "You are my beloved one, with whom I am well pleased." And I believe that that was a song that Jesus sort of got stuck in his head, and it got repeated over and over and over and over. We first hear that song or that lyric at his baptism. We just heard it a few weeks ago. The baptism of Jesus, when the clouds open up and we hear the voice say, "You are my beloved, with whom I am well pleased." It is that song at baptism and then again at his transfiguration that I believe he got stuck in his head and it repeated over and over and over. And I believe because it got repeated over and over and over, it allowed him to do what he did. Think about his ministry for those 3 years or 4 years or whatever it was. Think about his ministry with all those people pressing in on him, demanding his time, demanding his service, demanding a miracle, demanding a healing for a loved one. Imagine all the pressure that he had and what could have possibly allowed him to get through those days of ministry, that incredible amount of pressure and time and energy that they put into it, if he didn't get a song stuck in his head, if he didn't know that God loved him and that he was God's beloved and that God was pleased with him. Because I think that song was just ruminating, just repeating itself over and over in Jesus' head. In case you're wondering what that song sounds like, I want to teach it to you. You are my beloved one, with whom I am well pleased. It's pretty simple. Will you try it? You are my beloved one, with whom I am well pleased. You see, I think Jesus got that song humming over and over in his head. It got him up in the morning. It allowed him to go to work. It allowed him to minister. It allowed him to give the message to everybody that he was sent here to give. And then he needed to hear that song again at the Transfiguration. Because from here he goes to Jerusalem and he knows he's going to be crucified or put to death. He knows it's not going to end well for him. And so God gives him a reminder of that song and sings that song to him again at the Transfiguration to give him the courage and the strength to move forward to Jerusalem. You are my beloved one, with whom I am well pleased. Can you imagine even for a moment what a difference that song meant to Jesus? What it allowed him to do? Those two pivotal times in Jesus' ministry, at baptism, when he begins his ministry, at Transfiguration, when he begins his final descent into Jerusalem. What a difference that must have made. And I want to suggest this, that the real important piece about this is that it's not God's song to Jesus, but rather it's God's song to us, really, if you get right down to it, right? It is God singing to you and I that you are God's beloved, with whom God is pleased. And can you imagine if you believe that, if you allowed yourself to just hear that song, God singing to you over and over and over, that you are God's beloved, with whom God is pleased, what a difference that might make in your life. Whether you're struggling with identity or struggling with homosexuality or heterosexuality, whatever it is that you're struggling with politics, with the current administration, with finances, with family, with friends, just let God's song of love sing to you that you are God's beloved, with whom God is well pleased. So this time, let's do the song 2 times. And I want you to hear the song as if God is saying it to you personally, that you are God's beloved, with whom God is pleased. You are my beloved one, with whom I am well pleased. You are my beloved one, with whom I am well pleased. I can't even tell you how important this song is and how important it is that you and I learn this song, sing it to ourselves, say it to ourselves, proclaim it to ourselves, sing it in the shower, right? Sing it on the subway. What could be so bad about that? Sing it at work and throughout your day. Let those words penetrate your heart, your mind, your soul, and know that you are God's beloved, that God loves you, and that God is pleased with you. And once you learn that song and commit it to your heart and to your soul and to your memory, then teach it to someone else. Help someone else know that they too are God's beloved, with whom God is pleased. And I want to tell you, this is a game changer. This is a game changer. This is that thing, that song, the most important song that you could possibly ever learn, those lyrics stuck in your head. This is the type of thing that can actually change the way you feel about yourself, the way you think about yourself, the way you act about yourself. It can be a game changer in how you live and how you love. Let's do it one last time. Get this song stuck in your head. Don't forget it and repeat it over and over. You are my beloved one, with whom I am well pleased.